Welcome back to Play the Game with Steve. It's time for our new hero stuff. Yes, we got Falcon, the Winter Soldier. They all are new and they are just released today. So we got Sam Wilson, the Falcon, and we're going to be playing our first game featuring Falcon versus Expert Claw, like every other precon. We're going to have some fun. We're going to play this. We're going to discover the cards. We're going to try to figure out what they mean and see if we can find some synergies in the deck to see how the designers did. And then I'll give my feedback at the end about the cards and the gameplay and how it all works out. So enjoy. I'm going to shrink down back to size. Beep, 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 beep. Just so you can see my face a little bit in the corner to see my reactions, big reactions when we do stuff. Let me know if you like this setup, what it is. Also, I have like everything all written down, so I don't have to put like too many. I don't have to worry about the main scheme. I can just figure it out like that. All right, so we are here, Falcon. Here, we're gonna look at his card in a second. We're gonna shuffle the encounter deck. Blah blah blah, and here we go. And let's find our first minion. We are gonna get easy a weapons runner. All right, that's money. All right, we're gonna shuffle our deck, which is a leadership deck. So this should be pretty cheese. Leadership always is always very very good. So let's see what it looks like. Strength and divert. Strength and divert. Ooh. Oh, please give me double resources. No. No. Oh, yes. This gives us a resource, and we can. Hey. Oh my God. All right. All right. I think we just hit the mother load here. So Spectrum, I read this card when I sleeved it. I was like, this is stupid. Five? That's so expensive. And then I look at it and it says, after you play Spectrum, tuck one card from under her. And if that card's printed resource has lightning, a mental or a physical, she gets two thwart, two attack, or two hit points. But if you put a wild, she gets them all, which is insane. So CG, an ally that's a three thwart, three attack, five hit point. That's insane. That can just win a game on its own. Yeah, so we are going to pitch three cards, and then oh my god, one, oh my god, two, and three. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, okay. Am I sacrificing the soup kitchen? I think I am. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the talons to play the soup kitchen exhaust, but the next ally costs me two less. Oh no, that's dumb. We're not gonna do that. No, we're not. We're just gonna spend one. We are gonna play the soup kitchen though. We're definitely playing the soup kitchen. And then we're gonna spend five. One, two, three, four, five. So genius, power of flight, because she is aerial, right? Yeah, and the diversity higher. And then we're gonna tuck this under her. And now we have a 3/3/3 ally. She is gonna take a damage and remove the immortal claw. Toot sweet. And Sambo is going to look at this and punch and get rid of this clown. And that was quite a good turn. I think that was the dream. So there's no threat, and now Claw is now at 18. But a 3/3/5 ally on turn one. Insane. All right, Bird of Prey, Power of Flight, Aerial Recon. I think this is a good one. Oh yeah, this is the one that manipulates what encounter card you're gonna get. Aerial Evacuation and Triskelion. All right, cool. So I think we can take the hit here, and then we can get rid of the crisis next turn. All right, here we go. So one threat goes on the main scheme. It's gonna go to one. That's pretty easy cheesy. He's gonna attack us for one. We already know technically this flips down. So one, two, three. We'll go down to seven. That's fine. Because we have the soup kitchen, which means we can recover. And then oh, of course, baby. It would not be a game if I didn't get my stupid shadows on turn freaking one. Is discarded from the top of the encounter deck. Deal that minion to the first player's and then face down encounter guard. All right, then we got 6 threat there. Oh my god. You know what? This is what happens when shit goes well. Quick strike, surge, quick strike, and then what does this guy do? After it activates this card, the top 5 of the encounter deck. Oh my god, really? All right, well, we wanted a shit show. This is shit show right now. Oh my god, seriously. So we're taking 2 more, so we're gonna go down to 5, and then discard 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so there's no that's not there, and this is deal that minion. All right, so there's no minions. Okay, cool. All right, so we have fine damn. All right, we're gonna get to look at the top card. Oh, it's one of these clowns. Quick strike. All right. Spectrum is gonna get rid of defense network. What are we doing? Birds of Prey, 4 damage. And we discard, okay, deal 4 damage and deal additional damage for each. We're gonna do Bird of Prey and we're gonna kill our nemesis, discarding this card. And then we get to look at this one. Okay. I don't even think we want that one. When another would be another friendly character. Okay. Sambo. I think what we're gonna do right now, I think we're just gonna flip down. We're gonna pitch the Triskeli. No, we're gonna pitch aerial evacuation. So she's exhausted to go get a bird card. I think we're gonna get Red Wing. There's only 1 threat on the main, so I'm not too worried. We're gonna exhaust Sam in this, so we're gonna recover. So we'll go to 8. Wait, what? How am I? So I took. Oh yeah, so I took 3, and then took 2, 5. Yeah, it was okay. So I go back up to 8. This costs 2 less, and then I'll put Red Wing there, and Red Wing can remove the 1 threat, and it's just gonna go back out. And I'll spend Triskelion to play the aerial recon. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Okay, so we'll ready that. We'll ready this. Nothing else. So we've got 6 cards. Uh, Strength and diversity. So this is aerial Avengers, aerial bird. All right, so 2, 4, aerial. Okay, perfect. 5. Man, we got doubles for days. Okay, okay. So this pays for 3. I get another bird, and then maybe we can do something with the strength and diversity here. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, we're adding 1 thread. It's there. He's going to scheme for 4. That is going to go to 5. 5 out of 6. And then encounter card is. All right, he's got his a retaliation. All right, we're gonna pitch a wingman to go get a bird card. Oh crap! Which one are we getting again? We get bird falcon flock. I think that's what we get, right? Yeah, I think we're gonna get falcon flock, and we get to play that for free. And it comes in with 5 bird counters on it, which is good. And then we exhaust Sam as well, and then we also recover. So we're back to being at full strength. We're back at 10. Okay, because we took a little bit of a hit on the first one, and we discarded the wingman. So we're gonna flip up. We're exhausted. Just gonna leave it like that. And we get to look at the first one, which is a zero. Of course, it's a zero. We're going to spend power of flight and a bird token. So we're going to do arrow here. After you play an aerial card, discard the top card of the encounter deck. So we're going to do that. Get rid of this, and we're going to look. Okay, that's not too bad. I think what we're going to do is we're going to play Strength and Diversity. Okay, so now I have Aerial Avenger, Agent of Atlas 3, Bird is 4. So I can do 4 things, which is not bad. Yeah, 4 things is definitely not bad. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna discard 4. We'll get rid of. Oh, we're at 5 out of 6 threat. I forgot to. Oh yeah, we're at 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. Yeah, we got to get rid of that. And I think we are going to put the wingman on arrow so she doesn't take consequence damage. So when another aerial will take any amount of consequence damage, exhaust, attach ally, prevent 1 of that damage. Okay. Attach an aerial, max 1s per hour. So I'm going to use wingman here. Yeah, I'm going to use wingman here. So she can thwart for 3 off the main. Oh yeah, so we remove. Actually, no, we'll deal 4 damage to Claw. There you go. Villain is gonna take 4 damage because Strength and Diversity doesn't. It's not an attack. Yeah, and then she'll remove 3 threats. So the main is gonna go back down to 2. Okay, cool. That's ready. That's ready. That's ready. I don't want to do the bird thing yet, so there it is. There it is. Okay. We'll draw 5 cards. All right. So, Flight Squadron. All right. 2, 4, and Captain America. Nice. Any player may spend the resource card tucked here as if it were in their hand. Action, exhaust the resource. Tuck 1 resource card from your hand under here to a maximum of 1. Okay, whatever. Bird's Eye View can remove 3 threat. All right, let's go. Um, Adding a threat, so that is going to go to 3 out of 6. He wants to attack. I am going to play up, up, and away. I know this is a boost of 2, so I'm going to look at this one. I'm going to leave that one there. So I'm going to reveal this one, so I get to draw 2 cards. All right, resources, and I'm going to take 4 damage. So I'm going to go down to 6. And then my encounter card is Caught Off Guard. I guess I'm going to get rid of the Wingman. Unfortunately, do I have another one? I do not have another one. Rats. I was kind of hoping I could ready stuff. Did I spend all the Wingmen already? One's here. All right, well, whatever. Wingman's gone. Okay, let's do some stuff here. We're gonna play Captain America Shield. So that gives me nothing. I'm gonna spend a resource and exhaust Captain America and spend a physical resource. Find Cap Shield and add it to your hand. If it leaves play, I don't get the leaves play. So I'm gonna get this. I'll put that here. All right, I'm going to spend a resource reserve to play Captain America's shield to give me +1 defense and retaliate, so that's good. There's 3 threats. Oh, what's the top card? 2. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do. There's only 3 threat. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend 2 to do a bird's eye view. I'll remove the 3 threat from the main. It's gonna go back down to 0. Okay. I am then going to use. Yeah, I'm gonna use Red Wing's ability, and I'll discard this, bounce him back to my hand, and deal 2 damage to Claw. Man, the damage seems really weak. And then we got this guy. He's just gonna come into play. So I can't really use my aerial recon here. Seems boring. Um, I think I'm just going to flip down, exhaust Soup's Kitchen, and this. I'll heal and play Red Wing for free. I need the 3 resources to get rid of that. So hero will go back to 9. And I I guess she can remove 3 from the serpent solution. Okay, I think that's what I can do. I don't want to do anything with Red Wing, and I don't want to do anything with Arrow. So yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll draw. 2, 4, 5. I have a wingman, a flight squadron, and an up, up, and away. After an attacking enemy is guy, I was like, okay, I don't know what to do here. I want more damage. And somebody says you can bounce the shield around. I don't understand how that works, so I'm just not gonna do it. And if somebody can explain it to me, then great. Because I didn't playtest this guy, so I'm not sure how this one works. All right, so he's gonna scheme for 1. It's gonna go to 3, 4. He's gonna come into play, so that's 4 out of 6. And then my encounter card is, why not 2 encounter cards? Let's go. He healed for 4, so there you go. There's all my damage gone. He's at 16. And melting guy. All right, so we need to kill that clown. Toot sweets. Okay, so this one, each of my aerial characters gets +1 attack, so that would be, yeah, not enough. McMuffin. All right. What are we doing here? We're not doing any of this. Gonna flip up. Okay. We're gonna play the wingman on arrow. Exhaust arrow, choose a player until the end of phase, each aerial character. All right, do I have the 1, 2, 3? I do have the 1, 2, 3, and then I have a double. What to do? All right, I'm gonna spend 2 to play Flight Squadron. Yeah. Yeah, we get to look at the top cards. Of course, is 0. Okay, all my characters are this. All right, I will then spend. I'll keep the up and bum and away. I'll spend one of these. I'll do a bird's eye view to remove 3. I guess that's enough. 3. So the main is going to go back to 1. I'm really, really hoping I can find some damage cards here because I'm not finding any way to deal damage. And this is another zero boost. So I think Expert Claw versus this Precon is definitely garbage. Well, it's not a good fit. All right. Falcon and Fur are going to exhaust and punch. Gets rid of Melting Guy. We don't want this clown. Oh, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this guy as an encounter card and nothing else. When a player would be dealt an encounter card, remove a. Oh, wait. Whatever. I'm going to get two encounter cards regardless. Okay, because I'm probably decking out. And then what does. Oh, wait. I get to see this. It's a one. Oh, man. Okay, it's definitely interesting. It's definitely weird. I'm trying to figure out how I feel about the deck so far. I'm like, yeah, it's okay, but I'm not super excited. All right, draw their fire. After the villain phase begins, discard. That's actually a good one. And Cloud9 can remove a lot of threats, and she's a champion. After he uses a basic power. Oh, I think that's okay. So if I use basic powers, okay, let's see. I have one card left, and we don't know what this is. So okay, so if I don't use up and away, I don't draw, which means I don't get the extra card right now, and I can get it after when I know what it is. I think that might be the best to do. All right, we're adding one threat, so that's gonna go to two. But now I have retaliate, so I get three defense and retaliate. Okay, we are gonna get attacked for one, two. Oh, so for two, and then we get to exhaust, yay, and then retaliate. Two and retaliate, so seven, and then the villain takes one, goes to 15, and then he attacks us for one. He attacks, so we take four. We're down to three, and he took one, and then he took one. Okay, and then he gets a top. Well, this is annoying as hell. Getting exhausted really sucks. All right. Okay, can I do something? Aerial preparation. I can spend one for that. Okay, there's two threats. And after I play an aerial card, I can ready an ally. Okay, so I'll use Red Wing. I'll get to look at the top card. Always the zeros. Always the zero. I'll ping the top off this clown. All right, I'm going to use Wingman so she doesn't take consequence damage, and she'll deal three. So he's at four. I'm gonna spend the flock to draw their fire. Okay, and then I think I spend three. Hmm. Yeah. I think I'm gonna spend three and play Cloud9. I have one, two, three, four allies. All my if each of your allies has the aerial trait. So I played an aerial card, so that gets to ready an ally I control. Um, Already arrow. I'll exhaust arrow to give all my characters +1 attack, and then she will take out this clown. Oh yeah, and I don't have this anymore. Bird's eye view. I get to discard this one to look. I'm gonna aerial recon this card. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do. He took a damage. Okay. And then I get an aerial recon. Okay, I draw my last card. I get an encounter. I'm not getting an encounter card. I remove this instead. I flip to alter ego. All right. I have quite the setup here. Oh, but I had draw their fire. So I could defend without defending, but I'm at 3 health. Yeah, I think I'll stay up for this turn. Yeah, I'll stay up. I know that's my encounter card. Okay, so I got this, and I can discard draw your fire. Okay, okay, I think and I have 3 defense with retaliate. So that's gonna kill that guy. That's gonna kill the other ones. Okay. So this one gives me +1. So I would have 4 defense. All right, one, two, three, 4, and 5. Okay. Okay. And this allows me to get 5 allies out. I don't even have, do I even have 5 allies? I think I do, but it's all good. Okay, so my board's pretty insane, but it's still stuck. All right, we're gonna add 1 threat. This is gonna go to 3. Main is gonna go to 3 out of 6. The villain is still at a lot of health. All right, we're gonna defend. We're gonna exhaust. We're gonna get rid of. Uh, Discard, draw their fire. Falcon does not exhaust to defend until the end of the phase. Okay, so he's not. I'm not. So I can defend without having to defend. So I just say I'm defending. All right, so I'm going to defend the villain's attack for 2, 4. So I will take 1. Go down to 2. Retaliate 1. He's down to 14. He attacks me. I'll defend. He dies. And then I get 1 encounter card. So let's do this one first. Quick strike. All right, so I'm going to defend. He takes a damage. And then this goes on him. All right, man. Okay, so there's a lot of crap on the table now. Okay, bird of prey, 4. Okay, so I get to look at the encounter card. Of course, it's another 0. All right, so there's 3 threat on the main. So I'm going to thwart for 3, exhaust the wingman, and get rid of all the threat on the main. Main is at 0. All right. This is a tech card. All right, I'm going to spend 2 to play Vibranium Microwave. So I have a 4 defense now. Okay. But I don't have any wild resources. I can deal 5 damage, but there's no point of doing 5 damage. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Okay. All right, we're gonna deal we'll just deal the damage on him. We'll discard. We get to look. Oh my God, again. Um, this guy dies. We'll exhaust this. This is going to be our encounter card. We get to look at this. It's a boost of 2. I am going to exhaust Red Ring, bring him back to my hand, discard this, and deal 2 damage to Claw. He's down to 12. My God, I need to deal damage to him. But I don't have any resources to do stuff. Cloud 9 is gonna do nothing. I'm going to flip down. I'm gonna Soup Kitchen to heal to 5, and I get to play this guy for free. Do I discard him and just be like, whatever? Uh, no. Hmm. I could have readied an aerial guy. I don't know what to do. All right, so that's done. That's done. That's done. I have my characters do not deal damage. I have one character that can deal damage. It's not a good one. Okay. 2, 4, and 6. Bird. Okay. Okay. Please. Okay, I have 2 of each, so I can get rid of one of his attachments. Okay, that's at least one thing I can get rid of. If I can get rid of one of the things, then I can at least start punching or killing. All right, 1 threat on the main. Main scheme goes to 1. He is going to scheme for 2, and I have to discard a random card. That's going to go to 3. And then I'll remove this to get just this guy as my encounter card. All right. It's my double. Of course, it's the double. Double, double, double. All right. What do we do? Man, oh man. I have damage or I have this. All right, I think this is going to pay for this. And then 1, 2, 3 gets rid of that. All right. I'm going to accept the Soup Kitchen and Sam. Uh, I'm going to recover, go back to 8. I'm going to flip up. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, get rid of the. Oh, man, it's just going to come back. But it's a boost of 3, so maybe I'll get lucky. And this is a boost of. Oh, wait. Don't do it yet. Because now we get to see what it is, right? So now we're going to use wet. We're going to thwart for 1 with red wing. Actually, we're going to attack for 1. No, we're going to thwart for 1 with red wing. Main scheme is going to go down to 2. Okay, then we're going to use one of our flocks, Hudgens, to play Battlefield Awareness. When Falcon uses a basic power, exhausts Battlefield Awareness, and discards the top card of the encounter deck, he gets +1 to that power for each icon or star in the discarded card's boost area. Okay, so that's done. Uh, now, I played an aerial card. This is going to trigger. I'm going to bring this one back. He took a damage, but I'm going to exhaust, and then I'm going to get rid of this card, So all these are going to shuffle. We're going to get our first acceleration. All right. And he still has this. Do I want to get stunned? Or do I care about the retaliates? I think I'm going to pitch 3. I'm going to get rid of the converter first. Then I'm going to play him for free. This has already been played and exhausted. Man, so much things to do. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna exhaust her to give all of my guys +1 attack, and she has 5 health. So I'm gonna punch for 3, 4, and Red Wing is gonna punch 5, 6, kill this guy. We get to look at the top card. I'm going to give this one my face down encounter card. We know this is a 1. Okay, so that happened, and then she can thwart for 1 off the main, and then everyone's exhausted. All right, so the main's gonna go to 3 out of 6 because there's 1 acceleration. It was 1, goes to 3. I get to ready everything. I kind of just put I did that too fast, but whatever. Okay, we get 5 cards, but we have a defensive 4 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing to play. I think we're just gonna do resource reserve. We're actually gonna play that resource reserve and put the power of flight underneath. That's super sad. All right, we got retaliate. We have a defense of 4. Um, and we know what we're getting. And then I have 6, 8 health. How much health do I have? I have 8 health. Okay. Man, I wish there was more damage here. Oh no, I need to get. I know what I'm doing. I gotta get rid of. I'm gonna get rid of the retaliate on this turn. Right. All right. Let's let him hit me. He's gonna hit me for 2, 4. So I'm gonna go back down to 4. Wait, don't I have something here? When Falcon would take any amount of damage, exhaust by radiant microweaves, prevent 1 of that damage, and deal 1 damage to an enemy. All right, so we're only taking 3, and then we're pitching 1 damage to the villain. He's down to 11. Oh my God, this is a slog. How much time has been this? 38 minutes. Fuck me. Okay, and then instead of an encounter card, we get this one, which is an armored guard. Okay, what a tough. That's fine. And then we get to look at the top card. Yay. Okay. Son of a gun. All right. All right, what are we doing? We got 3 threats. This is nothing. That's nothing. We got 1 acceleration. This is a Z that he's gonna scheme for nothing. All right. It's so frustrating that I cannot, for the love of me, keep a resource of the right type. That retaliate is just annoying as hell. Okay, screw it. Screw it. All right, 1, 2, 3. Get rid of retaliate. Bum. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. She is punch. Yeah. This is a location. That's not what I want to do. I am going to use Red Wing to discard this and deal a damage here. Yeah, and bounce him back to my hand. I'm going to spend 2 to play Red Wing. I am going to exhaust him, discard the top card, and deal 2 damage here. Cloud9 is going to finish him off. All right. She is punching for 3 and not taking consequence damage. We are taking this clown out. Yeah, down to 8. We still get to look at the top card. Yes, it's a 3. All right. We are going to punch for 5. Claw is down to 3. What is this one? Where's this one? This one, battle thing. Um, Exhaust battle awareness and discard the top cards for 5 damage. All right, I'm gonna exhaust this, deal this as an encounter card, and so I don't get any other encounter cards. Okay, I'm gonna spend Falcon's Flock and this to play Red Wing. So we got give the activating enemy an additional boost card. Okay. Okay, and then who is left? Nobody is left. Rats. Oh shoot, I could have readied and I played this. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna ready her and then we're gonna remove 2 threat from the main is gonna go down to 1. Okay. And then these guys both take a damage. All right, I'm at 5 health. I'm still okay. I have 4 defense. I have retaliate. Okay, let's draw 5. Oh, we got more wingmen. I'm just gonna get rid of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think the strength and diversity here is gonna start paying off because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 traits. So that's 5 damage for 2. I think that's pretty good. Okay, and we're only taking one thing. After a minion is discarded from the top of the encounter deck. Okay, so no minions are getting discarded. After a Serpent Society minion. All right. Okay, here we go. So I will be playing the up, and away. So we're adding 2 threat again. So this is going to go to 3. And then we is going to get this boost. I'm not going to react. I'm going to react to, I'm going to up, and away on this one. When he gets this one, it says 0. And I get to look at this one. 1. Do I want to draw a 0 card or 1 card? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm going to draw 1 card. There. Oh, there's another ally. Okay, cool. We can do something, and he's mystic too, so that's another trait that I can get. All right, that's really good. Okay. Diddly diddly do, diddly do. Okay, so he's attacking just for 1, 2 damage. I'll take 1 and then retaliate and deal him 1. So I'm taking 1. So I go down to 4, and he takes 2, so he's down to 1. Let's go. And instead of an encounter card, I will just get this thing, which comes in with 4 threats. All right, I got double wingman here. And this should be all up. And then we'll look at the top card. Oh my God, with the zeros all the time. All right, I'm gonna play Strength and Diversity, and I think it's still four, right? Agent of Atlas, Champion, Bird, that's three, four, five. Oh, I have five. All right. Yeah, so Aerial Avenger, Bird, Champion, so five. All right, so I'll remove four threat from here and deal a damage, flip claw. He gets a tough. All right, we're on stage three of claw. Let's go. Villain's got 22 health and a tough. All right, what do we do here? I have not played an aerial card. All right, I will get this as my encounter card. Ah, finally. Okay, cool. And then I'll get this. This is my encounter card. Okay, so now, why are you exhausted? You're not exhausted. No, none of you guys are exhausted, right? Actually, I'll get rid of Adam Warlock and I'll put Cloud9 as a wingman. Okay, I will bounce Red Wing back to my hand, and I will discard this to deal two damage to Claw. There you go. Then I will punch for three with my wingman. Claw is at a 19. I don't take the consequence damage. I'm going to spend two to play Red Wing. I'm going to ready Spectrum. I'm going to use Wingman on Cloud9 so she can punch for another three. Claws down to 16. I'm going to bounce Red Wing to my hand and deal two damage to Claw. Actually, two damage or two threat. Does it matter? It's going to go to five. Does it matter? If I remove two threat, it goes down to one. Oh, and do I deck out? That's the question. Two, four, five. Only if I play this. So if I don't do that, I don't deck out. Okay. So instead of Red Wing bouncing, I just remove all the threat with Falcon. That's what I'll do. And I'll discard that. So I'll remove all the threat, so that goes to zero. Okay, so that goes to zero. I don't need to do his thing yet. Uh, Red Wing can punch for one, but I think I'm gonna flip down here. Yeah, and then one, two, three, four, five. Oh no. Oh, that's the thing. If I do his ability, I'm stuck. Or maybe I just chill. So I have a defense of four. He's attacking for two. This is a zero. I think you know what? No, we're staying in hero form. Yeah, we're staying in hero form, and Red Wing will deal the damage. He's down to 15. All right, baby, let's go. Let's finish this clown off. My God. And we know what our encounter card is. So we get five cards. Oh my God. Nothing. Nothing good. After you resolve, okay, for each boost, I ready a character or stun an enemy. All right. That's what we're gonna have to do. So 5 cards. Okay, we're adding 2 threats to the main. It is at 2 out of 6. So that's a lot of control. But man, he's got no damage in his deck. All right, so he wants to attack us. We are going to defend for 4. And then he's attacking for 0 for 3. We took no damage. So we retaliate. Goes down to 14. Instead of getting an encounter card, we remove this and we get an assault. Oh, wait, I forgot about that. I was supposed to be an alter ego. Yeah. What are we doing, Stevie? I think we're just gonna put Red Wing in front. Yeah, because I'm at 4. We get this guy. So he's attacking for 4. I would have been down to 1. Okay, bye-bye, Red Wing. You're good. All right. Sonic Boom. All right. Okay, so now we can ready a character. What are we doing? We need to play aerial cards, and we have none. Okay, we're going to spend 2 for our Talon. That does nothing. Yeah, that's really sad. I'm stuck again. I don't want to get exhausted for everything, so this is, I think, the best time to go to Alter Ego. Okay, but I can only do one thing one time. After you resolve Falcons, after you play a disc, I don't have any bird cards. Ah, it's annoying. If maybe okay, wait. Okay, then we are going to attack for 3, and then wingman. Villain is down to 11. Let's go, Steve. Finish this guy off. We're going to flip down. We're gonna pitch a card to get a bird. We're gonna spend 2 to play that bird. Trigger this. It's not a hero response. After you play an aerial card, this is an aerial card. I get to ready her. I get to wingman. I'll remove. I'll punch another 3. Claws at 8. My God, this is long. Um, and then. Oh no, I'm gonna get the Sonic Boom. All right. I'm going to bounce him back to my hand to remove a threat. Actually, I'll just yeah. I'm just gonna do. Man, that sucks. If I lose the scheme here, I'm gonna be really pissed. Yeah, I'll deal him a damage. He's down to 7 because he's gonna scheme, and then these guys are gonna scheme. All right, let's go. It's ready up. I'm taking an encounter card. All right, we got the strength and diversity. That's the last card. Okay, we're getting 2 encounter cards here. I think we saw the advances, but all right. Bird's eye 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. Of course, we get all 3 double resources. Let's go. This is gonna go to 4. He's gonna scheme for 3, 4. That's 8. So that's gonna flip. We need to find a minion. It's one of these clowns. So that's going to go to 2. The main scheme is going to go on side 2B. And it's going to go to 2 out of 8. Could you please just go to 8 and split threat? And then first encounter card is caught off guard. Okay, we're going to lose a wingman. And then, of course, it's this stupid advance for 3. Exhaust each ally you control. Of course, and of course. So that goes to 5 out of 8. Had to be the advance at the end, right? Had to be. Okay. So all my allies are exhausted. But I don't think it's going to matter because I am going to, yeah, I'm going to exhaust Sam and exhaust the kitchen. I'm going to go to 7. I'm going to play Red Wing for freebies. Exhaust this to ready her. All right. I'm going to flip up. Flippy, flippy, exhausted. I get to see what this is. This is 1. All right. We are going to do bird's eye view. And we're going to remove 4 threats. So the main is going to go back down to 1. And maybe we get our attack cards, maybe not. And then we get, see this? Another 0. Jesus. Um, how much damage? The villain's at 7. We're gonna do strength and diversity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're doing 5 on the villain. He is down to 2. And then she is just going to finish him off and get the hell out of my face. Oh, yeah, there you go. Well, I could do this bounce Red Wing to deal the damage, and then we get no, and then spend Red Wing, bounce him back again. Oh wait, I could have readied a character after we do the discard the cop card after you play an aerial card. Yeah, I could have done that, and then did we get a good one? And we finally got a 2. All right, well there you go. So, all right, let's that's man, it's almost been an hour. So this is gonna be insane. All right, let's so we got the victory, we got the W. My God, but that was so long. The main popped once, which is not bad. MVP of this game, Spectrum. You can't go wrong. Spectrum, and with one of these clowns as your wingmate. I think I could have got more attack. I think I should have put the wingman on my bird on Red Wing first, because then and then not use the whole discard ability thing, and then just have an extra ready every time. But he's good, so I don't know if it was a good move or not a bad move. All I know is for sure MVP Spectrum. But let's talk about his cards. All right, I have no idea what this whole thing with the shenanigan thing. Oh yeah, I had retaliate, right? Doesn't matter. Links. I don't get it. I don't get the whole bounce the shield back and forth. But maybe I don't understand. Exhaust, spend a physical, find the shield, and add it to your hand. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. Oh man, you see when it's late, right? Okay, so you spend a physical, you bounce this back, you deal 4 damage. You play it again, you spend a physical, and then you bounce. Oh my God, okay, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. Okay. It took me a minute, and now once I saw it, okay. So that's how that works. Okay. That was that would have been a hell of a lot helpful, especially when I had these crappy hands and with no damage. All right, if I play this again, when I do it in French, at least I'll know what I'm doing. All right. Okay, upgrade. It's this I really wish I could have played it better, but I think again the scenario that doesn't give me a sexy opportunity to play that. So bird's eye view, fine. It's a thwart, but he's got a bunch of upgrades. Up and away. I wish it prevented something. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan. Bird of prey, bird's eye view. So he's got two attacks only. Like I'm looking at his kit right here, and I'm like, I'm not impressed. All right, it's okay, but it's not amazing. Okay, so what do I like about this kit? I think this is pretty cool. The soup kitchen, the fact that I can get a support, which is my resource, or my Red Wing and play it for free. I think it makes a lot of sense. What I don't like is I have to exhaust my character. So I don't like exhaust Sam Wilson and Soup's Kitchen. Heal and play. So I wish this would have costed more and didn't force me to exhaust. Because then I'm not, there's no ready effects in his deck. There's nothing that gets him up except for this card, the Talon, and he doesn't ready. So that is for me it's annoying. And discard a card from your hand to search for a bird card. I think it's okay, but it's not like is it once you get Red Wing and you can just keep playing him back and forth. So that's okay. His ability here, I love that you can manipulate the top deck. I think that's a cool ability. He's in the air, he's flying. I think that is very, very cool. My favorite card in his deck was the one I only got to play one, and it's Draw Their Fire. Now, with the new preparation protection thing, there's a new preparation upgrade, which is called Practice Plan from the Shield. After you discard a preparation, return it, discard this instead, and then bring that back to your hand. I just want to play protection with this card, and then I don't have to defend. So, of course, you don't get the thing, but if you're playing protection, and of course, I'm always going to want to play protection, but if you can get him to have like a three with a retaliate two or something like that, I think it would be really, really amazing. I I know this is something I want to explore and just being able to have like 3 or 4 turns just like defend for everyone and without having to defend. I'll defend every minion, take no damage, get retaliate. I think that's a sexy combo. This and this are I think my this is my favorite card in his deck because I see the potential in this. The draw their fire. Especially if you can increase the defense stats of your hero, the specialized training, the armored vest. Is there anything else that increases your defense? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But yeah, just having a four. Oh yeah, but his upgrade here. So now you're at. So that's a three defense, four defense, five defense. You get a five defense, and you can just cover everyone. Oh my god, I like it. And you can even push back one damage. Definitely my favorite card. This I figured if you have this is going to be a good if it depends on the encounter deck. After you resolve Falcon's eagle-eyed ability, discard Talon Lane, and for each ink icon, uh, choose one. Ready a character or stun an enemy. So it's okay, but I'm like, there's your ready. But why do I have to discard this? Like I wish this didn't have to discard. I like it would be cool if you didn't have to discard it. So that's why it's like, it's okay. This I think is super fun. The aerial recon, exhaust this and deal a player one face down encounter card. Place one a recon counter here. When a player would be dealt an encounter card, remove one recon counter from here instead. That is I really like that. So in solo, it's really strong because you always know what you get. There's a couple of times where it's kind of weird when you get the surge or stuff like that, or if you deck out. So that's kind of weird, but it's still a fun interaction. Really, really love this card. This one we aerial evacuation. I didn't even play it. It's another preparation. When another friendly character will be dealt any amount of damage, discard aerial evacuation, prevent all that damage, and change to alter ego. If that character is a hero, they also change to alter ego. I think there's potential in this, especially when another friendly character would take any amount of damage. So this is basically just saving somebody's butt. Like, oh, you're gonna die. Wait, I'll discard this, and we both flip to alter ego. So I think this is a cool multiplayer card because it has you're protecting someone else. So I like the whole aspect of protecting other stuff. This could be better, especially when he uses a basic power. Discard the top card of the encounter deck, and he gets +1 for each star and boost. Again, great card depending on the villain deck. So I think a lot of these cards depend on the villain deck, which is what makes them a little bit less sexy. And then this up and away, man. Again, another card that's dependent on the villain deck. Is given a face down boost card. Look at that card in the top card of the encounter deck. You may swap those cards, draw a card. But see, it's just like it costs you nothing, but you want to have a boost of 3 so you can take more damage. I think it's just dumb. Um, in the boost cards boost area, I don't know. I might see. I don't know if it would work, but if you play this and then you put a 3 boost and then you play Defiance, I think that could be worked, and then that could be like a sexy interaction. But I gotta think about it, and I gotta see if it's possible. But again, this is again very dependent. And then these same thing. He's got 4 events. I wish he had more events. I'm like I wish he had, and I wish he had a bigger attack. Like I wish if it has a star, it gets piercing, and if it gets this, well, it deals +2 damage. Because the 4 damage here is super shitty. I won't lie. It's just 2 for 4 damage, and then discard more cards from the top. If it's a boost to 0, like I said, I was getting a lot of boost to 0. So all in all, in his kit, I'm not super excited about his kit. He's got the aerial trait, so he's just gonna be another dive bomb, ever vigilant character, which is okay, but I'm like, I'm over it. I wish there was something. I wish he was a little bit more unique. But if I look at the like even the wingman, it's flavorful. I think this is my probably my favorite card. Resource reserve for multiplayer. Why do we have 3 copies of this when it should be just 1 copy, max 1 per player? But then if 3 people are playing leadership, then at least you get 3 of these. But ugh, it's one of those cards. I'm like, oh, max 1 per player, and then any player and just people can just put resources. Why limit it? I just put for me. I think it's a weird design, which again, it should be play under any player's control. Why max 1 per player? So this for me, I think is a big fail. The max 1 per player should have play under any player's control. So you want to get rid of these, and then everyone can help, not just if you're playing in leadership. So that for me is a big fail, or a missed opportunity. That's a big fail. It's a missed opportunity here. Flight Squadron again. I think it's okay, but it should have been instead of just ready an ally, it should have been ready a character, because then you could have used your hero a little bit more. So again, I believe it's another missed opportunity uh, to give it something a lot cooler. But I think because there's so many powerful aerial heroes, I can see why they might want to be like, oh, we're just gonna make sure it's only for allies, which it's fine. But I feel like for this precon, I think this could have been maybe a little bit better. An exhaust is card ready an ally. So it's very expensive for a ready an ally. And you can only do it once. But it's basically a +1 ally slot if all of your allies have aerial. So eh, not super excited. This Huggin and Mun is interesting. I think Strength and Diversity is probably my favorite card in here. But obviously the deck did not actually second favorite. The deck did not really showcase. I think the maximum you could have had is six in this one or seven. Six, and then Mystic seven. I two for seven is still not bad, but it was complicated and I like the diversity here. Adam Warlock is a reprint, which is okay. The Flight, the Triskelion is fine. I think out of all the allies, Spectrum is definitely the stronger one. Just the ability on her is just insane. A 3/3/3, and then with all the leadership, giving her all the extra stuff. She's an Avenger. She's aerial. She can ready twice with the size cycle. You can give her the suit. You can give her the gun. You can not the gun, the inspired. So she's a 4/4. Oh my God, there's just so much potential for this card. Spectrum is just a Voltron ally for five, which is very very good. Arrow and Cloud9 we've seen before, and Arrow is just basically Cloud9, but for attack instead of thwart. So there's definitely some synergies you can have, and I guess that's where your extra damage can come from. And she exhausts, but these characters need ways to ready. I think that was the big fail in the deck is ways to find ways to ready and all that stuff. So that's my 2 cents on the deck. I like it's an okay deck, but it shouldn't take me an hour to beat Expert Claw with a precon. On that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you have a great night, a good day, and enjoy the new heroes. Definitely going to be taking this precon apart to be trying some protection stuff. But that's me. We'll see how you do. All right, tell me about your deck ideas and what you think about Falcon in the comments. All right, on that note, have yourselves a good night. Yeah, because I'm going to bed because it's late. But remember to have some fun and just play the game. Peace out, fans.